Hello, hello, and welcome to Notary Educators with Kimmy. Guess who's here? Hey guys! We'll give YouTube a few minutes to do what it does. Welcome to those who will watch the replay, those who will listen to the podcast, and everybody. In case you are new to the notary space, I'm Kimmy, #1 notary educator with the #1 notary program entitled Notary Business Success. Yes, that's what we talk about, how to be successful. I am a notary educator / notary extraordinaire in the great state of Georgia. However, I teach nationwide because as you always hear me say, all of your documents do not come from your state. Once you become a notary, you will need to know processes that will help you that you will be able to notarize any document that comes in front of you, which may come from Jamaica, which may come from the Bahamas, Nigeria. Documents come from all over the world, literally. Okay, that's not an exaggeration. So we'll give YouTube a few minutes, like I said, and then we'll hop right into it. Welcome, welcome. Today we are talking about how to become a loan signing agent. One, it's going to be some training involved a little bit. I'm going to talk about my new book that I'm releasing, entitled as such, Become a Notary Signing Agent, Loan Signing Agent. Boom. It's not that complicated. It's not that complicated. We can talk about, is the market oversaturated? We can talk about whatever you want to, in addition to what I'm going to discuss with you. And I have a few training tips for you in order to help you to be a successful notary signing agent. So I'm going to get right into it. Those that will join us later can come back and catch the replay, because typically that's what's happening now. Okay, so let's hop right into it. Why become a loan signing agent? First of all, because it is very lucrative. It's a very flexible career, and I'm using the word career, not side hustle, because if you learn the business correctly, it can be a business and not just something you do on the side. Whenever you call something a side, it gives the connotation that it's not as important as the main dish. When you think about going to KFC and you say, let me get a side of coleslaw, or let me get a side of mashed potatoes, your main dish that you went there for is the chicken, right? But everything else is just like, okay, let me get that in addition to. No, I want your notary business, your loan signing part of your notary business, to be the main core of your business. So we're not going to call it a side hustle, okay? So let's talk about some few training tips for you when it comes to being a great notary signing agent. And it all starts with knowing your state laws. Now, you may not know this, but in order to be a great notary signing agent, you must be a great notary. You must. There is no way around that. You cannot be a notary signing agent without being a great notary. And that starts with knowing how to properly do an acknowledgement, how to properly do a jurat. You may say, well, I'm working with loan documents. Why do I have to know all this other stuff? Yes, you have to know how to be a great notary, which entails some of the things I just spoke about. How to administer an oath. Yes, you will be administering oaths while you are doing loan signing jobs if you are doing it correctly. And again, you may not have known all of this, right? You may have heard or seen on a TikTok or even here on YouTube, hey, you can make $50 an hour, $100 an hour, and that's all true. Actually, it's less than an hour, okay, if you know how to do it. So let's get, so that's number one. Know what the laws are and know your notarial duties, how to do them correctly, okay? I'm trying to see. I hope I'm live on YouTube. Let me just see, because I usually get a notification, and I did not get one. So let's see. I'm just checking to see if I can tell if I am live on YouTube. I don't know if it is or not, because I really want this to be live. Hold on one second. Let me hit end stream. Let me see.